This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
There's the great sand dunes. The road's getting really rocky, so I am airing down. That'll get me down to 20 psi. So we're gonna let these run for about 5 minutes and then hit the trail down this way. Just kind of keeps going right behind that bush over there. We drove down the Medano Pass Primitive Road searching for a campsite. As we went down the road, we saw Subarus, SUVs, a minivan, all turning around as the soft sand and water crossings were beginning to get a bit challenging. I don't recommend that you take the warning signs lightly if you're driving a Subaru that's at stock level or any all-wheel drive SUVs without any modifications or wider tires. Eventually we pulled up to what would have been an excellent family camp spot. So although this would be a good campsite, to have all this spot to ourselves, it's ruined by this little tiny bug. We did our best to try and find a good spot, but these darn mosquitoes kind of ruined it for us. So we are stopped here at the visitor center and just airing the tires back up, and we're gonna head out of the park. And there's apparently a few different places just outside of the park that may have available spots. So we're saying a prayer and we're gonna see if we can find a spot, and we're heading that way. It's kind of blown out probably, but it's clear skies. But behind us we have some rain and wind. We use the truck to block the wind, but hopefully we can get this all worked out and get camp set up. See how this goes. Okay, so we found a campsite nearby and they had spots open. We paid, I went and looked for a spot, started to pick out the site, got out, only to find out that that campsite was covered in mosquitoes too. So luckily, they said, oh, we have a hotel too. And so I was like, okay. So we worked out a deal and they said, okay, there's only 2 rooms and it's a little building right down the road. And I was a little suspect. But we drove up and it's actually pretty cool. I'm a little bummed we're not gonna camp, but it is kind of nice to know that we will have an area to retreat from all these mosquitoes everywhere. In fact, there's a few kind of lingering around here, but not as insane as it was over there. But anyway, I'll show you the spot. It looks great. There's lots of windows, and we'll get to be really, really close to the dunes, which are right behind us, and still experience the great sand dunes of Colorado. I woke up a little earlier this morning, and I decided to come out to the park just to scout it out. It's usually better to get out here early in the morning anyway because the weather's so much better. The family was still sleeping, and since our hotel is so close, it's just easy just to come right over and check things out. But so far this place is really, really beautiful. I'm gonna go explore these dunes a little bit. It's about a 15 to 20 minute walk, depending on your pace, just to the first little tiny dune. And then beyond that, these dunes behind me are so large. The camera just doesn't do it justice. But if you see specks behind me, likely those specks are people walking up the dunes. If you've ever walked on the beach and you've never been on the dunes, walking on the beach is a lot like the same thing, except for you have more inclines. And so it tires you out a lot quicker. But it's beautiful. And the weather's pretty nice right now in the morning, although it does get pretty hot. So if you come out here, make sure you come out in the morning or in the evenings, as the temperatures closer to ground level here, they reach 80 degrees in July-ish. But if you start going up the dunes, the temperatures get up to 150 degrees up there. So you don't really want to try to risk that. Wouldn't be healthy, wouldn't be good for you. But anyway, this is really beautiful. Just kind of scouting it a little bit. Probably gonna head back soon and go get the family and see what our plan's gonna be for the day. So we packed up the hotel and the family got to explore the dunes. They really enjoyed it. It did start to get pretty hot though, so we had to cut the time at the Great Sand Dunes short, but not before taking a few family pictures and exiting through the gift shop, of course. It's safe to say we all thoroughly enjoyed the Great Sand Dunes of Colorado.